Here's a discovery that's about to shake up everything we thought we knew about human ancestors. Ancient relatives of modern humans may have been island hopping across Indonesian waters over 1 million years earlier than scientists previously believed possible. A groundbreaking archaeological find on Sulawesi, an Indonesian island, has just delivered 7 stone artifacts that could completely rewrite the story of early human migration. These aren't just any old rocks. They're sophisticated tools that suggest our ancient cousins were crafting implements and surviving on this remote island between 1 million and 1.5 million years ago. That timeline pushes back human presence in this region by an absolutely staggering 800,000 years or more. But here's where it gets controversial. This discovery, detailed in the prestigious journal Nature this past August, doesn't just challenge existing timelines. It suggests that multiple species of early humans might have been living as island neighbors in Indonesia's archipelago at roughly the same time. To put this in perspective, until this discovery, the oldest evidence of human relatives on Sulawesi consisted of 315 stone tools found across 4 different locations, and even those were dated to a mere 194,000 years ago. Now, researchers are staring at evidence that's potentially 8 times older. The 7 newly unearthed artifacts, discovered at an excavation site known as Callio, tell a fascinating story of skilled craftsmanship. The largest tool measures roughly the same length as an adult thumb, yet despite their compact size, these implements show clear signs that their makers possessed advanced toolmaking abilities. According to Budianto Hakim from Indonesia's National Research and Innovation Agency in Jakarta, who led the research team, these ancient craftspeople used their stone tools for various cutting and scraping tasks, suggesting they weren't just surviving on the island, but actively adapting to their environment. And this is the part most people miss. The timing of this occupation means these mysterious tool makers might have shared the Indonesian islands with the ancestors of Homo floresiensis, those famous hobbits who lived on nearby Flores Island until approximately 50,000 years ago. Picture this: while one group of early humans was evolving into the diminutive hobbits on Flores, another group was simultaneously establishing themselves on neighboring Sulawesi. Now, here's what makes this discovery particularly intriguing, and perhaps a bit unsettling for established archaeological theories. The research team found no actual hominid fossils at the Callio site, which means we're essentially looking at ghost evidence of human presence. However, the researchers strongly suspect these tools were created by members of the Homo genus, possibly direct or distant ancestors of modern humans. This theory builds on earlier proposals that Homo erectus arrived on Flores around 1 million years ago and eventually evolved into the hobbit species. Adam Brum, an archaeologist from Griffith University in Brisbane, Australia, and co-author of the study, honestly acknowledges the limitations of their findings. We can't say anything about how these hominids initially got to Sulawesi, or whether the population responsible for making these tools was long established on the island or short-lived, based on stone tools alone. This admission raises as many questions as it answers. The dating techniques used by the research team provide another layer of scientific intrigue. Rather than relying on a single method, they employed a combination of approaches to establish the age of these artifacts. They analyzed previously dated reversals of Earth's magnetic field preserved in Sulawesi's sediment layers, then refined their estimates by calculating the decay rates of radioactive uranium forms found in 2 teeth from a pig jaw discovered near the stone tools. This multi-method approach strengthens their dating conclusions. But it also highlights just how challenging it is to establish accurate timelines for such ancient discoveries. But here's the mind-bending part that challenges everything we think we know about early human capabilities. To reach both Sulawesi and Flores, these ancient human relatives would have had to cross stretches of open ocean. This wasn't a simple walk across a land bridge. It required either incredible luck as accidental castaways or, more provocatively, the deliberate navigation of some form of watercraft. While it's true that sea levels were significantly lower around 1 million years ago, extending mainland Southeast Asia much closer to both islands, particularly Sulawesi, there were still unavoidable water gaps that had to be crossed. This means we're potentially looking at evidence of maritime capabilities among human ancestors far earlier than most experts would have considered possible. This discovery forces us to confront some uncomfortable questions about our assumptions regarding early human intelligence and adaptability. Were these ancient toolmakers accidentally stranded on Sulawesi after being swept out to sea? Or were they sophisticated enough to intentionally navigate to these islands? And if they possessed such advanced skills, what other capabilities might we be underestimating in our ancient relatives? The implications extend far beyond just Indonesian archaeology. If confirmed and replicated at other sites, this discovery could fundamentally alter our understanding of when and how early humans developed the cognitive and technological abilities necessary for complex migration patterns. It challenges the traditional narrative of gradual human expansion and suggests instead that our ancestors might have been far more adventurous and capable than we've given them credit for. What do you think? Are we looking at evidence of accidental castaways who got incredibly lucky? Or does this discovery suggest that our ancient relatives possessed maritime knowledge and intentional navigation skills over 1 million years ago? And more controversially, if these findings hold up to scrutiny, what other impossible early human achievements might we need to reconsider? Share your thoughts. Are you ready to accept that our ancestors were ocean-crossing adventurers? Or does this discovery push the boundaries of believability too far?